We're doing a second problem in which we're finding relative extrema, and this time our function is f of x equals 1/2 x minus the sine of x within the open interval from 0 to 2 pi. Again, what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to find the derivative of f of x, and the derivative is going to be 1/2 minus the derivative of sine of x is the cosine of x. And we're going to take that derivative and we're going to make it equal to 0, and 1/2 equals the cosine of x. So the question is, where is the cosine positive? Well, the cosine is positive. Here's the unit circle in the first and fourth quadrant. And so right here at pi over 3 is one of our answers. And if we use symmetry, the next one is right here. And remember, this is 2 pi or 6 pi over 3. And so this has to be 5 pi over 3. So our other answer is x equals 5 pi over 3. Once I've done that, I'm going to put those critical numbers into my interval. And if you notice, I started at 0, so I'm going to go from 0 to pi over 3. From pi over 3 to 5 pi over 3, and from 5 pi over 3 to 2 pi. And I'm going to test some points, and a value I have between here. I could choose pi over 6. I can choose pi over 2. And I can choose, what would be good? 11 pi over 6, I think, would be good. That would fit in there. So I'm going to plug that into here, and again I have 1/2. So for this first one I'm going to have 1/2 minus the square root of 3 over 2. And that's negative. And if I put pi over 2, I have 1/2 minus the cosine of pi over 2 is 0, so that's positive. And 11 pi over 6, again, I have 1/2 minus the square root of 3 over 2, so it's negative. So my conclusion is that my function is decreasing at this point, and that f of x is increasing at, at this point, at this critical number, and that, again, f of x is decreasing at that critical number. So that means pi over 3. Now I'm going to put pi over 3 into here. So I have 1/2 times pi over 3 minus the sine of pi over 3. So that is pi over 6 minus the sine of pi over 3 is the square root of 3 over 2. And so that's my y value, whatever decimal representation that is. And, and if I put 5 pi over 6, I have 1/2 times 5 pi over 6 minus the sine, I don't mean pi over 6, I mean, let me get an eraser for that. I mean 5 pi over 3. I'm going too fast. 5 pi over 3 minus the sine of 5 pi over 3, and so this is 5 pi over 6 minus, well, the sine of 5 pi over 3 is going to be a negative, so it's going to be a plus square root of 3 over 2. So I'm going to have 5 pi over 3, comma, so I have these 2 points, and I know there's decimal representations. This point and this point are relative. Notice it goes from Excuse me, they're not, are they? They're not both the same. This one, this point, let me write my statement now, that pi over 3, comma, pi over 6 minus the square root of 3 over 2 is a relative min because f prime of x changes from negative to positive. And 5 pi over 3, comma, 5 pi over 6 plus the square root of 3 over 2 is a relative max because it changes from positive to negative.